Hi, this is Stephanie from Stampin' Up, and today I'm going to make this Autumn Wishes card with you. So you can see it's a fun fold. It mails flat and then it pops up, and it makes this perfect little box so it will stand up on your recipient's mantle, bookshelf, wherever they want to display it. And on the back will be where you write your message. So let's make it. Leave the sample up, and I've pre-cut it so I can just show you how easily it goes together. So you have two base pieces. This is the one where I use the Cajun craze. Let me move myself. And this one is 9 3/8 by 4 1/4, and then you can see there's the score lines. This little tiny one is at 3/8, and then 1 3/8, and then 2 7/8, and then 3 7/8. And we'll go ahead and fold along the score lines. So they're all going to go the same direction. So we'll fold this one down, we'll fold this next one down, and then this one, and then this one, because we're making a box. And then actually, to get the box on the right side, we're going to flip our card. And we'll crease this all so that it opens and closes easily. So I'm just going to get it so I can use my bone folder to give each line a good solid crease. And then this piece that I have that I just creased is the only place that glue is going to go. And to make this work, we're going to fold at this farthest over one, the one that will make it like card shape. And then to make our box go the right size, we're going to kind of open this just for now, and we're going to fold at this one, the one next to our point. So we have, you can see with it open, we folded at this one, and we're going to put glue here, and then we're going to fold at the one that makes it card size here. So I'll go ahead and do that gluing, and just run a strip of glue down that line, and then hold it together. And remember, you're folding at this line. Make sure it went straight, and just press where that line of glue is. And because I used wet glue for in case it wasn't straight right away, so I had wiggle room, I'm just going to need a moment for it to dry. That's probably good. So then when you let it open, you have, I let some glue get to the edge, so I'm just going to scrape that off. And you have this nice perfect right angle that will fold flat. So that's this half. Hold it right side up. This half of the base. So then we need this other front piece. So that one is this other piece, which is what is this piece? 5 1/8 by 3 1/2, and it is scored at this little tiny flap at 3/8, and then also at 1 3/8. So this one is going to go this way on the card, and they'll also fold down because they'll make a box too. So we need to score them. Sorry, I'm off camera. Score them. And we're not going to glue this one yet because we need our bottom of this, but you can see that it's going to go like that. So we need to get our bottom. On mine, it's my embossed Mossy Meadow on these pieces. So those pieces are right here. This is my Mossy Meadow. This is the one for the side. And this one is the one, for the inside. I just want to make sure I had it going the right way. So these are 1 1/4 by 4, and then 3 3/4 by 4. But we emboss these. And I don't actually have a good leaf embosser. So I used my Stampin' Cut embosser and actually used the die cuts that came with the stamp set that we're using. So these are the dies from the Amber Autumn bundle. So you can see it'll cut out these pieces and it has the sentiments, but the bundle also comes with this die that does a really cool leafy background, but it also can be used to emboss with my handy dandy silicone mat and our Stampin' Cut embosser plates. So I'm going to show you my sandwich, and then I already embossed it. So I used the base plate, and then, sorry, too many things. The base plate and one of my cutting plates, and then I put my Stampin' Up silicone mat and I did them one at a time so that they'd fit in here, so I'll just show you one. I lined my green piece up to a part of the die that I liked, and this die is thin, so it's a tiny bit too long, but that was okay because most of the inside is under this or in the shadow anyway, so I just let it go to one side, and this little tiny sliver will not be embossed. So I just want to make sure that I have it going the right way so it's not the bottom I'm not embossing. Yeah, it is just that side. So I had it lined up, and then make it stay straight, and then I put it down, cut side down into the paper on top of the silicone, and then I add my other cutting plate. Mine are a little warped, they still work fine, and just a piece of our cardstock, regular cardstock. This was a black scrap I had, and I've run it a few times so you can see it's getting warped, but it just needs to be cardstock big enough to cover the part that you want to emboss, because it works as a shim and it gets a slightly deeper impression without cutting it than I got without adding the shim. So that goes through the Stamp Emboss machine, and I have all ready to go ones that I've embossed that I did that to earlier. So you can see that's how I got this really nice impression. No cuts and nice and thick, and it gives it a little bit of texture. And there you can see where it hangs off, but that's okay because that's going to go against the edge where it will be in shadow. So we need to attach these. So since it folds flat, it totally works to attach after we have, I need my mat, multi-purpose silicone mat. So I want to glue on the back of my green pieces and attach them. Since they're by 4, they'll have a border. My picture's in the way again. So there's that one, and then if I just push this out of the way and line this up where I want him, yep, so he needs glue. And then I wanted the unembossed side where it will kind of be in the shadow. And just line that up straight. All right, and then that is half of my base. So then we need the other half of the base. Just like before, we're just going to put glue on this little flap. And this time, we're going to leave it folded. We're going to fold this one down flat, and we're going to line this up so that it's centered with the green, and push where we have our little flap. I was on the wrong spot. Push from the right spot where we have the little flap. and then it will pop up like that. So then we need to add a little bit of glue to the other side. So I just open mine back up and do like a double line of glue because I have a little more room there. And then because I want to make sure it fits in the envelope and lines up properly since I did the other part folded, we're going to leave this down, and with it folded, we're going to press right here and secure it down. So then when it opens, it does our box thing, and it folds totally flat. So that is our base. Then we need our designer series paper. So this is from the one that matches the Amber Autumn. It's Autumn Toile? I'm not sure how to say that, but it's really pretty. And I pre-cut that one too. So I have from the pumpkin paper in that set. It is, what is it? It's 3.5 by 3 1/4. And it will just fit on this Cajun Craze piece with a border. So I'm going to put it flat again so I can attach that. And I love wet glue so that I have a little bit of wiggle room. And then I push it in. And this is basically the card. Wasn't that pretty quick and easy for a really impressive card? So then we need our sentiment. And for that, I used, what did I use? I just used a scrap of vanilla and the Labeled with Love punch. So I'm just going to punch out my scrap. And then I also used some Cajun Craze. You can see it just around the edges. So this one could be a card front, so I'm just going to go as far up as I can so that I might still be able to use this as a base because I'd cover where the hole is. And same punch to punch out the Cajun Craze. And it did work. I can still use this as a mat with something on top of it. So now, to get the Cajun Craze to show on both sides, I just cut mine in half because it doesn't have to be perfectly straight because you're not really going to see it. So I just cut it in half and then lined it up, or will line it up after I stamp, to the back of my Very Vanilla so it'll just pop, and then I'll do that to both sides. But I want to stamp first just in case I want to be able to flip it over. So I used the Autumn Wishes, really because it fit nicely in there. I could also use the Thanks and just add a little bit of bling. But I'm going to use Autumn Wishes again. And I stamped in Mossy Meadow to match my green base piece. So I have my clear block and my stamp. And my block might be a tiny bit too big, so I'm going to do a quick wipe at the edge. And I keep being off camera. And stamp about the middle. And see, it's a good thing I didn't glue to the back because I got a little tiny ink on the edge that I don't particularly want. So I'm going to try that again. And be careful just to tap. And then line myself up. Much better. And I have my Autumn Wishes. And then I can do that red so that it just pops. So you can see here how I'm lining it up just to get the bottom. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue along more of the top, and I'm just going to lay my sentiment piece down and get it to where I like the look of how much is showing, and push it down. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the piece that goes on the top. So I put the glue towards where it'll be in the middle and line myself up again. And then this piece is just going to get some dots, if I can find my dots. Too many things on my desk. Some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I grabbed the little ones, but that's okay. We'll just put a few. And these backs go everywhere. I keep forgetting to dig out my take your pick tool to pull them off. And then I'll just fold down my card so I can see where the middle is, or where I want it, so that I can see some of the pumpkin pieces. So there's the front. All we have left is this place to ride on the back. So for this one, I'm going to do the same way. This white piece is 5 1/4 by 4, just the usual, what you would put in the card. And I just stamped the pumpkin image in Early Espresso. So I'm going to do that again with this piece and Early Espresso. And I think I need a different block. This block will fit it. So here is my pumpkin piece and my Early Espresso. And I'm just going to stamp in the same corner. And that is ready to glue onto the back of my new one. So again, fold it flat so it's easier to glue. And line it up straight. Again, the joys of using wet glue so you can move it. This is not wanting to go straight for me. There we go. Flip it upside down so I don't push the ink. And there it is. A quick and easy fun fold. I hope you like it, and I hope you try one of your own. Happy crafting! Thanks. Bye.